Oh man. Well, this is my third take on the Q&A video. So, the two previous Q&A videos, or the takes I took on them, were terrible. It was me stuttering, talking too loud, and just sounding really dumb. I looked back at them. They were horrible and a waste of time for sure. But right now, I'm gonna try and do this a lot better than the last time. Like, the last two takes were 20 and 30 minutes long, and that's just too long for a Q&A. So today, I'm finally going to finish this. But guys, it's finally here, the Q&A, and I'm finally gonna finish it up. So without further ado, let's just get right into this. So the first one's from Rapid Action Animations. He says, Q&A, what's your favorite Halo animator or animator? Do you like my animations? Do you like the assault rifle or the carbine rifle? What's your favorite Halo game? Alrighty. So my favorite animator of all time is probably AK Motions. I was gonna say Stop Mo Burworm, the Matrix Studios, but they haven't uploaded in a while. But at the moment, AK Motions is definitely my favorite animator. Yes, I do like your animations, Rapid Action. I like how the style is definitely similar to me and Nick117, where we just upload videos that are really short, like every week or so. So yeah, I really like your stop motions. So yeah, I wish you luck, and I really look forward to what you've got next. Okay, so if we're talking about aesthetics, then the assault rifle is definitely my favorite, but if we're talking about a competitive weapon, then the carbine is definitely better. I would take that up over an assault rifle any day, competitively. Okay, so the last one is what's my favorite Halo game? My favorite Halo game is probably Halo 3, but with multiplayer it's probably Halo Reach or Halo 2. I kind of like Halo 3's multiplayer, but it's so-so. I mainly like Halo Reach and Halo 2, but yeah, Halo 3 with the campaign is amazing. It's glorious and such a good storyline. So, and thank you, Rapid Action Animations, for the questions. They were some really good questions. The next one's from Kako Dude. He says, Q&A, any tips for a long animation? I'm working on this project for a while, and it's become more choppy with time. Example, how to organize storyboard, etc. Okay. So how I organize a long stop motion is by starting from the beginning. You probably already did that, but I would start from the beginning and make sure that every scene is right. Like, uh, if you've made a few mistakes or so, try not to keep them in there. Try to get rid of any mistakes you've made and try to start over if you can. And how I usually organize a storyboard is write down the beginning of the film, the middle of the film, and towards the ending of the film and the ending of the film. So I would suggest just trying to make sure you don't lose yourself in the story. So try not to rush the film. I've rushed a lot of films. I even feel like Halo Judgment Day was rushed, and it wasn't as good as I wanted it to be. So, again, try not to rush the film. Work on it, and I promise you, you'll do better and better. Just even take a break and go do a short stop motion. And then go back to the big one and see how much you've improved. So, yeah. I hope this made sense, and I hope it answered your question. So, thank you for the comment. The next one's from Stupid Stop Motions. Nice name, man. He says, what's your favorite helmet, armor, and Halo? What made you decide to make stop motions? What's your favorite game of all time? And what's your favorite movie? Okay, so my favorite armor in Halo is the Mark 6 in Halo 3 and in Halo 2, and then maybe the Halo Infinite armor, but I'm leaning towards the Halo 3 and Halo 2 armor a little bit. I like how detailed it is. So, okay, so funny story on how I got into stop motion. My sister was watching American Girl stop motions, and I was like, hey, that's really cool. And excuse me. I didn't watch the American Girl videos, of course, but I was interested. Like, how did they animate that? And then I went to YouTube, typed in Halo stop motions, and from then on out, I was playing a lot of, or animating a lot of stop motions, and well, here I am. I'm animating for you guys, and having fun doing it. I just love animating. I think it's my favorite hobby. So, the next one is, what's my favorite video game of all time? That one definitely goes to Call of Duty 2. Now, I don't know if you guys ever heard of Call of Duty 2, but it's an old 2005 Call of Duty game, and it's surprising. My favorite video game of all time isn't Halo. I know, it's actually a Call of Duty game. I actually really like the old Call of Duty games, specifically Call of Duty 2. Oh man, that game is so good. And I'm not even talking about the big red one. I'm just talking about original Call of Duty 2 for the Xbox 360. I know the game's dead right now, but I just love it. It's classic. Even though you're moving slow in the game, it doesn't really matter. It's an old game, and I'm surprised people don't really talk about it that much. But yeah, I really like the overall feel of the game. It's gritty, it's grounded, and it feels very realistic, especially for a 2005 game. So I don't really have a favorite film, unfortunately, but I would say I do really like the Aliens film from 1986. I really like that film. So yeah, that's basically it with the movies. Sorry, I couldn't fully answer that because there's a lot of movies out there, and I don't think I have a 100% favorite movie of all time. So yeah, I hope I answered your questions, and yeah, thank you for commenting. The next one comes from Anonymous. He says, Q&A, I'm getting ready to start stop motion. Any tips for beginners? So my tip is to look up some tutorials on YouTube at first on how to really make good stop motions, but try to do simple stop motions, and try it with simple movements, if that makes any sense. I'm actually thinking about making a tutorial for beginners, but that's a future project for later on. So also try to do simple and shorter films. I have made that mistake many of times before, where I made long stop motions and focused more on quantity than I did quality. So I would focus more on quality and making sure your animations, are top notch. Anyways, I hope those answered your questions. Now on to the next one. Now I want to say, if my voice sounds a little different from when I first started recording my voice, it's because these were recorded on 2 different days. This Q&A has been a lot lately, and I've been trying to do alien containment and Q&A at the same time. It's just been a mess, so I'm sorry guys about that, but anyways, let's just continue on. Okay, so the next one is from KY Alpha 0. Sorry if I butchered your name. He says Q&A. Question 1. What is your favorite Halo stop motion video? What is your favorite Halo weapon? What is your thoughts about Halo Infinite and Halo Infinite Mega Bloks? Okay, so on the first question, my favorite stop motion of all time, it has to be Last Colony, hands down. It's such a good stop motion. If you haven't seen it already, which I doubt that, because most of the Mega Constructs community already knows about Mutroid X. He's just a great animator. So, yeah, that's hands down my favorite stop motion of all time. Oh my gosh, that's my video next to his. Whoa! The next question is, what's my favorite Halo weapon? I would have to say either the Magnum or the Energy Sword. Probably the Energy Sword. It's just so cool, but the Magnum is just great too. Then he asks, what do I think about Halo Infinite and Halo Infinite Mega Bloks? So, honestly, Halo Infinite so far is looking pretty good. The only downside of it all is the armor coatings, of course. I've talked about that. But so not too long ago, they had a new update where they showed the new armor coatings, and then they showed some footage, I guess, of Halo Infinite, like in-game footage. It looked pretty good. So honestly, if the graphics don't look any different from the July reveal, I'm still gonna be happy because I was actually really happy about the July reveal myself, personally. I mean, many people weren't, obviously, but I was honestly impressed. The graphics weren't anything to write home about, but the uh, the rest of the game still looked fun. I do like the fast pace of it all. I feel like even though the old Halo games didn't have sprint, it was still fast paced, and it was weird with Halo 5 how fast paced it was supposed to be, but the campaign, like trying to play against the Covenant or the Prometheans in the campaign of Halo 5, it's just ridiculous. It's almost like Destiny, where you're just having to sit back and shoot from afar. So honestly, I'm glad Halo Infinite is kind of bringing back some stuff, but the point is, yes, I'm really excited about Halo Infinite, and I even went as far as to going back to Fortnite for the first time in a long time just to get the Master Chief skin. I don't even like Fortnite anymore, but I just went back there just to get the Chief skin, just to show my support. I am a diehard Halo fan, and I just love the franchise. And then, of course, the Halo Infinite Mega Bloks. Those things are awesome. I do like the Halo Infinite Master Chief Mega Bloks minifigure. I find him to be very easy to animate. I hope those answered your questions, and now, let's move on to the next ones. Halo Reach Gamer asks, are you making a face reveal? No. Or making a part 2 of Halo Judgment Day. So, it's actually more likely for me to make a face reveal than Halo Judgment Day Part 2. Mainly because, here's the reason. I'm going to actually connect the stories. Now, I was going to make a Halo Judgment Day 2 around, I don't know, I guess towards the end of the year. I was actually going to upload it towards the end of the year, and then have Alien Containment come out like around maybe October, maybe. I'm just speculating on what I was thinking. I don't really remember, but yeah, I was actually really supposed to be busy this year, but I just gave up on Halo Judgment Day 2, and I was really thinking about Alien Containment, because I think Alien Containment is just way more anticipated, but Halo Judgment Day 2 won't happen. Even though it won't happen, I will say that ODST, Aaron, or Maximus, their stories will still continue in maybe the next big film. But I'm planning on connecting both Alien Containment and Halo Judgment Day together in probably the sequel to Alien Containment. It'll just make more sense. I feel like if I made another Terminator stop motion, it's just like the Terminator franchise. What more can you do? Next one comes from Luis Vasquez Romo. He says, how good are you at playing multiplayer? He probably means, if he means Halo multiplayer, then at best, average. At worst, pretty terrible. It depends on the video game, though. If he means like in video games in general, like I'm pretty good at Modern Warfare, not too good at Cold War. It's like same thing with Halo. I'm actually pretty good at Halo Reach, but not that good at Halo 3. I'm pretty good at Halo 2, really good at Combat Evolved, but I'm pretty sure anybody can actually get the hang of Combat Evolved since it's so simplistic. But yeah, so hope that answered your question. So yeah, on to the next one. The next one comes from Ballistic Santa. I don't think this is in the Q&A, but whatever. He says, when are you doing another contest? I don't know when, but I do know that I've been invited to a contest by the domain. He saw one of my videos, actually really liked it, and asked if I wanted to be in one of his contests, and I agreed to it. So I don't know when it is, but and I don't know what I'm going to do for my stop motion, but
It truly is exciting.
Okay, so this is the one that Ballistic Santa asked on my Q&A video. He says, Q&A, how long does it take to make good films like yours? So, um, it depends on the video. If it's like a short 1v1 fight scene, it's probably going to take like maybe a week, a day. It depends. But if you're talking about like really long ones, those take months for me to make. And that's probably because I try to keep my like the current status of my channel alive while I'm trying to make a big stop motion. Like that just takes forever. But yeah, if you're asking how long it takes to get to where I am, then I would say 2 years. Because in 2018, I sure as heck wasn't doing good with stop motions. In 2019, I was getting better. In 2020, I've actually done better, and I plan to get better. So I hope those answered your question. Okay, so this is the last question. It's not really a Q&A or a part of the Q&A, but it's kind of to clarify what I said. So R6 Ranger asked Bad Legs animations or AK motions. So for fighting, for fight scenes, and for action, and who I prefer more, I did say AK motions, but I probably should have clarified that Bad Legs, I do like him for story. I watch his stop motions to kind of get inspiration for my story. So I hope that clarified what I said, because I didn't really mean to say I didn't like Bad Legs. I don't know if anybody thought that. They probably didn't, but I just wanted to make it clear that I love both of the animators. They're just really good animators, and they have inspired me a lot to make my stop motions. So yeah, I hope that clarified that. Okay, I'm sorry guys if I didn't answer all of your guys' questions. I wanted to keep this a little shorter. It almost went to 20 minutes. That's why I'm kind of cutting it short, because I felt like the Q&A went on too long. So, but hopefully you enjoyed. If you haven't already, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and comment. And thank you guys again for asking these questions. They were awesome, and I enjoyed answering them. So I'll see you guys on the next video. The next one should be special. It's a contest entry into the domains contest that he has coming up. So be prepared for that. So I'll see you guys in the next one. JBW Films signing off.